The governments of Australia and Papua New Guinea say this camp on the latter's Manus Island is a processing centre for refugee claimants, not a detention centre. But Belden Nama, head of a party in opposition to the PNG government, disagrees. In court on Tuesday, he'll claim that it's unconstitutional to detain people who have committed no crime. If he's right, that could have a big impact on Australia's policy of sending asylum seekers who reach its shores to other countries.
We would hope that a successful court case will give the government another opportunity to reassess the offshore processing regime and look at alternatives.
Australia's offshoring of asylum seekers is highly controversial. Last week, a UNHCR delegation visited the remote Manus Island camp and said it breached Australia's international obligations.
It's not satisfactory to hold anybody in indefinite mandatory detention. It's one of the most serious human rights that needs to be protected, and that's the right of freedom.
Equally controversial is a camp on the Pacific island of Nauru. A nurse working there resigned after just 3 weeks, disgusted at the conditions.
It is just the desperation that I can't get out of my head. I actually liken it to a concentration camp, but the Australians don't have the guts to kill these people and put them out of their misery, because miserable it is.
I think invoking a concentration camp is a disgrace, to be quite honest with you. I don't think anyone should be throwing terms like concentration camp around with such abandon.
Australia introduced its policy of offshore processing to deter people from coming on boats to its shores. Come, the government said, and you risk being sent to a camp where you may spend many years before your refugee claim is assessed. That policy, though, say some, isn't just cruel, it doesn't work. The number of people coming by boat to Australia has gone up, not down, since offshore processing was introduced. Even so, Australia's government says the deterrent of offshore camps is a key plank of their policy. So if the Papua New Guinea court case succeeds, and if Manus Island shuts down as a result, two big ifs, that could seriously undermine Australia's asylum policy. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Sydney.